Top 3 Unbelievable Crime Stories of 2025. 2025 has already shocked the world with crimes that seem almost impossible to believe. Real events so bizarre, they sound like something straight out of a movie. But these are not fiction. These are true stories of audacity, deception, and sheer human unpredictability. Imagine thinking your home is your sanctuary, only to find someone secretly living under your floorboards. Picture walking down a crowded street, only to be manipulated by a stranger pretending to collapse in front of you for decades. Or check into a hotel, thinking you are safe, and discover an intruder hiding under your bed. These are the stories we're about to tell. 3 unbelievable crimes from 2025 that shook communities, terrified victims, and left the world in disbelief. Before we begin, hit the subscribe button for Real Story 2, your home for shocking true crime stories from across the globe. Now, brace yourself. You're about to witness crimes stranger than fiction. Story 3. The Oregon Frogger, a hidden life beneath your feet. Happy Valley, Oregon. A suburban neighborhood, quiet, peaceful. The kind of place where people feel safe leaving their doors unlocked. But in one home, beneath the seemingly solid floorboards, a horrifying secret was hiding. It started innocently enough. The homeowners began noticing odd noises, small thumps, soft shuffles, and faint whispers that seemed to echo beneath the house. At first, they assumed it was nothing more than the natural settling of the building. But over time, the noises grew louder, more deliberate, and almost human. The family began feeling uneasy. Doors that had been locked were inexplicably ajar. Small items went missing. Finally, the homeowners called the Clackamas County Sheriff's Department. What the deputies discovered seemed straight out of a horror movie. A man had been secretly living under the floorboards of their home. 40-year-old Benjamin Booker had transformed the crawl space into a makeshift apartment. There were blankets, string lights, a small television, and personal belongings scattered around. Authorities also found drugs and paraphernalia, which raised further concern. Booker's audacity was terrifying. He had remained hidden in the very home of unsuspecting residents, perhaps for weeks or months, moving silently beneath their feet. Booker was arrested and charged with burglary and drug offenses. Bail was set at $75,000. The case gripped the nation. News outlets ran headlines describing the audacity, and communities everywhere were left questioning their own safety. How could someone live undetected under a home? How many others might be out there, hiding in plain sight? Experts in criminal psychology suggest that froggers, people who secretly live in others' homes, often seek control, independence, or anonymity. While some may be harmless, others can pose serious threats. Booker's case served as a chilling wake-up call. Your home is not always the safe haven you believe it to be. And sometimes the most unimaginable crimes happen right beneath our feet. Story 2. The Fake Seizure Guy of Melbourne. Decades of Deception. Melbourne, Australia. A city of bustling streets, crowded public spaces, and busy pedestrians. Among them, a mysterious figure has been exploiting human kindness for over 20 years. He would appear suddenly, collapsing in the middle of the street, as if struck by a sudden seizure. Concerned strangers, often men, would rush forward to help. But then the shocking twist: he would abruptly recover, act as if nothing had happened, and disappear into the crowd. This man became infamous online as the Fake Seizure Guy. Over the years, victims began sharing eerily similar experiences. He was not committing theft, not physically harming anyone, but his long-running deception had a psychological impact. People were embarrassed, shaken, and confused. The consistency of his actions across decades left authorities baffled. In 2025, this strange phenomenon finally gained widespread attention. Investigators pieced together years of anecdotal evidence, realizing that what had once seemed like urban legend was, in fact, a real, long-running manipulation. The Fake Seizure Guy's audacity was staggering. He had spent decades playing with people's empathy, exploiting trust in a public setting. Psychologists suggest this type of behavior can stem from a desire for attention, control, or even thrill-seeking. But the scope of this deception, lasting over 20 years, is almost unprecedented. It forced a city, and eventually the world, to question how well we really understand the people around us. Story 1, The Tokyo Hotel Intruder, Fear in Your Safe Place. And now, the most shocking crime of 2025. A woman returns to her hotel room in Tokyo, expecting the familiar comfort of privacy. But something feels wrong. A strange odor lingers in the air. A sense of unease creeps over her. And when she looks under the bed, she finds a man staring at her. The intruder, whose intentions remain unknown, flees, leaving behind a power bank and a USB cable. It is feared he may have been attempting to record her, though no confirmation has been made. The audacity and timing of the act were terrifying, an invasion of privacy in a place where safety is assumed. Even more shocking was the response from authorities. Police did not request a detailed description of the intruder and offered minimal guidance. This lack of urgency added another layer of fear, leaving the woman and the public feeling exposed and vulnerable. Criminologists argue that incidents like this, while rare, demonstrate that even highly secured spaces are not immune to human intrusion. It's a terrifying reminder that danger can strike anywhere, even in a place designed for safety. Reflections and takeaways. These 3 crimes, from a hidden life beneath the floorboards in Oregon, to decades of public manipulation in Melbourne, to a terrifying hotel intrusion in Tokyo, share one thing in common. They are all real, and they are all unbelievable. They remind us that reality is often far stranger than fiction. Audacity, secrecy, and human unpredictability can create crimes that baffle, terrify, and fascinate us. As you go about your day, consider the hidden layers of the world around you. Sometimes, the most unbelievable stories are happening closer than you think. And sometimes, the truth is even scarier than your imagination. If you found these stories shocking, don't forget to subscribe to Real Story 2 for more unbelievable true crime stories from around the globe. Hit the bell icon to make sure you never miss a single shocking tale. Remember, these are not made-up stories. They are real events, stranger than fiction, and they happened in 2025. Stay alert, stay aware, and keep watching, because the truth is often more shocking than you think.